A premium live event was once known as a pay-per-view in the WWE, but as times have changed, so has the name, weirdly enough. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing how I believe this WWE format of PLE is working for WWE. And if you guys are interested and want to talk about this with me, definitely be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. But guys, if you're new here, definitely be sure to like this video and also be sure to subscribe to the channel, because when you guys do that, we go to a different stratosphere. My name is Billy TKO. Thank you guys so much for being here. I have a Discord down below. I have a TikTok down below. I have a Twitter down below. You can go follow all those things. But without further ado, let's go discuss the WWE PLE format. All right, guys, if you're new here, do everything that I said in the beginning. But I want to discuss the premium live events. I want to talk about how we got here. And I think where we start off is at when they were just pay-per-views. See, beforehand, pay-per-views in the wrestling business used to be $50, $60, and, you know, back then, you definitely got your money's worth. We had The Rock, we had Stone Cold Steve Austin, we had Hulk Hogan. There were so many names that just generated revenue. John Cena, the list goes on and on and on. But in 2014, WWE decided to go away from the actual, what's the word that I'm looking for, natural premium live event or pay-per-view status. What they chose to do is they created their own app, and this app was called the WWE Network. Now, if you guys knew anything about the WWE Network, it had its flaws, but for the most part, it was amazing. It was everything that a wrestling fan wanted. We had tape libraries. We had everything that you could have possibly imagined in one app. The app glitched out a lot. It was just the truth. As much as we'd watch, the screen would go black. Things would just happen that shouldn't have happened. And even with that, some countries still didn't have access to the WWE Network. But for the most part, it worked. Like I said, we had tape libraries. We had old matches that we could just go back and watch, one-on-ones, you know, like things that us wrestling fans were longing for such a long time. And especially with, you know, the times completely changing, especially back in 2014 when they really hit a peak, WWE just caught up with the times. And that was great, because now what it allowed was, us wrestling fans are only going to have to pay $10 a month for this service to get access to all of the pay-per-views instead of what was a $50 or $60, you know, marketing thing. It was this big ordeal. People could only buy the big four pay-per-views because at the time, that was the only time you really had money to watch. You'd have to cancel out the B-list pay-per-views. I can't spend $50 on this. At least in my household, that's what it was. I couldn't spend $50, $60 on something like Armageddon. But, you know, I could on Survivor Series or SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania even. So, WWE had this ultimate opportunity with the WWE Network. Now, again, we talk about the glitch and everything that kind of happened with that. Back in 2020, during the pandemic, WWE, they signed a massive deal. And this massive deal was worth $1 billion. They had signed with Peacock, and what that allowed them to do was now put themselves in new homes with a lot of people. It also helped Peacock because Peacock got a whole list of subscribers to their service strictly off the WWE tape library now going on to Peacock. Now, with that all being said, WWE signed this massive deal. Nick Khan comes into the company. Nick Khan was there to bring in some kind of revenue for the company, and he did just that, $1 billion deal. Who wouldn't be ecstatic about that? They then shift to Peacock, and everything is on Peacock. Now, Peacock is great. It's in a lot of homes. Everybody has access to it. You can watch it. Everybody in different countries have access to it. Now, there are some glitches. I think that just naturally happens. But I want to talk about why, and we were all going to lead up to this point at one point, I want to talk about how the PLE status is working for WWE right now. See, during the old administration back then, for $50 to $60 pay-per-view, you were getting your money's worth. But in the early 2020s, like I said, or even, early 2000 or late 2010s, WWE had took a shift to where things weren't starting to make sense, and once they put out this product for $10, well, I hate to break it to you, it really felt like that's what you were getting your money's worth. Like, oh, you're going to pay $10? Well, here you go. And then they do the good things for the big shows like SummerSlam, the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and WrestleMania. Those would all be great, fine, and dandy. They were still flawed in their own ways. This is under the old administration. But for the most part, with those four, you kind of got somewhat of your money's worth. But with the B-list pay-per-views, it's like you had one good match, maybe two, and that was kind of it. Now, I want to fast forward over to Triple H. Now, if you guys don't know anything about Triple H, he actually ran NXT for a long time. And if you guys remember the TakeOver formula was actually the best thing that could have happened in pro wrestling because it was 5 matches. It was simple. But each match told a story. And Triple H was really giving you a bang for your buck. That $10 to watch NXT, you were getting that plus a little bit more. If you guys remember the Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa story, that's just one that rings off the top of my head. Absolutely outstanding. So Triple H has always been known to give you your money's worth. Now, back when Triple H took power, everybody was a little worried, but they weren't seeing like, oh, we got to give him a minute. And eventually what ended up happening was Triple H decided to decrease the amount of pay-per-view matches that we were going to see, but they were going to tell more stories. So I look back at Bash in Berlin and everything that happened last night. It was 5 matches. When I tell you that every single one of these matches worked, it did. Now, obviously, AEW has a different formula. They're still under the $50, $60 formula. So what they do is they give you more matches, and they're all great, but you're getting a lot of good wrestling. But again, not everything's telling a story, and not everything is perfect. When you have that many matches, one is bound to be meh. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. But WWE has cracked the formula for the premium live event, right? They have cracked that formula. 5 matches, it's easy. Let them all be important stories. And the most important things on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever, are going to be on there. And I love it so much. And WWE is absolutely killing it. Like I said, Bash in Berlin last night, or yesterday afternoon, I should say, was absolutely outstanding because each match hit. But I'm interested to know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about the WWE PLE formula? I'm genuinely curious. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments section because I am interested. But other than that, guys, I want to say that's all I got for you. My name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like and subscribe. We go to a different stratosphere. It's just how it works. And yeah, as always, I appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely outstanding. But other than that, that's all I got. I'll be talking to you later. Peace.